Hello from Jonathan and me, and welcome to the programme.
Well, first tonight, it was a pantomime with more drama than most, and today the singer-songwriter Amy Winehouse admitted attacking a theatre manager during a performance of Cinderella in Milton Keynes just before Christmas.
The 26-year-old star was given a conditional discharge as well as having to pay costs. She was also told that she'll be punished more heavily for any repeat offence. Well, Claire McGlasson joins us live now from the theatre. Claire, not exactly your usual day at the Magistrates' Court.
No, indeed. Amy Winehouse appeared in Milton Keynes today in court under her married name, Amy Civil. And she only found herself in court in the first place because her behaviour had been anything but. She came here to Milton Keynes Theatre back in December to see a friend of hers perform in the Christmas panto Cinderella. But that evening did not have a fairy tale ending. She finished the evening by assaulting a member of the staff here at the theatre. She was asked to leave early after a row about alcohol. It was a night at the theatre that landed Amy Winehouse in court.
Keep the footpath clear. I won't tell you again.
But today she was centre stage in a media circus. The world's press poised to write their latest in a long series of headlines about the life of the troubled singer. And in the middle, a voice of support from a lone fan from nearby Bletchley.
I think she's brilliant. I just wanted to get a glimpse, see if she's doing all right, smiling, taking it on in her stride like she usually does. I do think that, what she did is bad and that, she needs to be punished for it like every other normal person.
The case was listed under her married name, Amy Civil, and in court she spoke to plead guilty to using threatening behaviour and guilty to assault. On the 19th of December, she'd gone to watch her friend Anthony Kavanagh play Prince Charming in Cinderella at Milton Keynes Theatre. Earlier in the evening, she had drunk 5 vodka and cokes. She admitted raising her voice during the performance, and her party was asked to move to different seats. But it was in the theatre foyer that she assaulted front-of-house manager Richard Pound. The court heard that Winehouse asked staff here for a double vodka and coke. Mr. Pound said, "Don't you think you should have a glass of water?" And Winehouse later told police that she felt hurt, embarrassed and patronised. She used a number of expletives, and when she was asked to leave the theatre, she grabbed Mr. Pound by the hair until they were separated by security.
Milton Keynes has a very safe nighttime economy. And in fact we have reduced the number of serious assaults in the area and minor assaults like this one over the last year. We will not tolerate any incidents of this kind and work very hard with our partners to reduce such violent related incidents.
It's the latest in a series of highs and lows. In 2007, Amy was hospitalised after a reported overdose. A year later, her then-husband, Blake Fielder Civil, was jailed for perverting the course of justice and assaulting a pub landlord. But her notable successes include winning 5 Grammys for her album Back to Black, a Brit for Best British Female Artist, and 5 Ivor Novello Songwriting Awards.
They tried to make me go to rehab. I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, no, no, no.
Amy Winehouse left court with a 2-year conditional discharge and was ordered to pay £185 in costs and compensation.
Well, let's head back to Claire now. Claire, now we know that it's a case of, oh, yes, she did it. What does this sentence actually mean for Amy Winehouse?
Well, today it means that she left court a free woman without any fines to pay, although the district judge sentencing her said that could mean more of a punishment in the future. In his words, he said it would mean she would have to stay on the straight and narrow for the next 2 years or face a much harsher penalty in the future. Now, her defence lawyer said that for Miss Winehouse, this had been a turning point in her life, that it made her re-evaluate her drinking. And in fact, she did bring a letter from her GP saying that she was facing the problems she'd been having. It'll be up to the tabloid newspapers, who I'm sure will be only too willing now to monitor her process.
Indeed, thanks, Claire. Well, next tonight, a major employer has announced it's to cut its workforce in our region.
The energy supplier E.ON is to close its call centre at Rayleigh near Southend with a loss of 600 jobs.
It comes on the day that figures actually show a substantial fall in unemployment here in the East.
We also have the lowest unemployment in the UK, with just 6.3% of the workforce jobless.
But those statistics are little comfort for E.ON call centre workers in Rayleigh tonight, as Tom Barton now reports.
Yesterday, they were in secure jobs with a multinational energy giant. Today, all 600 workers at the E.ON call centre at Rayleigh were facing certain redundancy. The company made the announcement that they had to close the centre to workers this morning, but the news was broken by the local newspaper last night, something which angered much of the workforce.
We've just been told we're all out of work and they're closing the whole call centre down.
We heard it in the newspaper this morning, coming to work, and we've been told that no one's happy at all, really.
Everyone's absolutely broken-hearted. The fact that there is 600 people in the same boat looking for jobs at the moment, gobsmacked is the word I could say.
The company says it took the decision in order to streamline its business and because it wants to provide better customer services.
For the sakes of your business, you're abandoning this entire area, right?
I wouldn't say we're abandoning at all. We've been a part of this local community and a part of this site for a great many years now. Now, it's a difficult decision we've taken, but we hope people will understand the reasons for it. You know, times change and things move on.
All these measures are opposed by the leader.
Today, the news reached Gordon Brown, who was asked about it by Rayleigh MP Mark Francois.
The Rapid Response Unit of the Department of Work and Pensions and the Job Centre Plus will be available to help his constituents if they are looking for jobs. I have to say to him that 300,000 people are leaving the unemployment register every month, partly as a result of the action that Job Centre Plus is able to take.
The closure of this call centre is, of course, devastating news for the 600 people who are to lose their jobs. It's also very bad news for Rayleigh as a town and for the local area. But it comes on a day when, just a few miles away at Southend Airport, there's a glimmer of hope for the local economy.
The airport, currently a small local base, was today given permission by Southend Council to expand significantly. The airport's owners want to extend the runway from just over 1,600 metres to more than 1,900. This will allow larger planes to take off and land there. The plans are the subject of vocal local opposition, and today's decision will have to be approved by the local government secretary. But the airport's owners, freight company Eddie Stobart, says it will create hundreds of jobs.
Currently, there's over 1,000 people work on the airport right now. If we progress with the development, we see that more than doubling on airport to about 2,500 people working here by 2020. But in addition to that, the catalytic impact, we believe, means there will be over 6,700 more jobs in the local area by 2020 because of a thriving airport.
Our region may have the lowest levels of unemployment in the country, but that's cold comfort to the people of Rayleigh. Tonight, many people here are accusing E.ON of cutting off a vital source of power to the local economy. Tom Barton, Anglia News at Rayleigh in Essex.
Well, next tonight, it's a problem that costs taxpayers around £500 million every